Okay class, in this video what we are going to do is we are going to do one sample question of manufacturing account. So before this that we begin with this, what I need from you is that everybody please open your past paper and open the question of JT manufacturer. JT manufacturer. The code for the question is November 16 P21Q3. This is the code for the JT manufacturer. It came in November 2016, paper 2-1. The question number is 3, and we'll be specifically doing the D part. The chapter number, the manufacturing account, the chapter number is 30. Open the chapter from your past papers of manufacturing account and then go to the question of JT manufacturer. The code for that question is November 16 P21Q3. You may pause the video, but to understand it better, you should have the question in front of you. And I would once again request that you can pause this video and read the question once or twice before seeing how I'm going to solve it. So now I hope that you may have read the question at least once before doing it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve this. We know the format, we know why we prepare manufacturing account, we know how we make manufacturing account. Now what we are going to do is we are going to move ahead and we are going to solve the very first question. Now how to solve the question? First of all, what I'm going to write is I'm going to write raw material cost. And in it, before everything, I write opening inventory, and that is given in the question as 3800. Then I will write purchases, and these purchases will be of what? Of raw material. These purchases will be of raw material. They are 15,600. Once again, they are given in the question. Then I am going to subtract return outwards. Return outwards. Return outwards of what? Once again, of raw material. They are 1200, which is once again given in the question. And finally, I am going to write closing inventory, and the value of closing inventory is given in the question at the end, which is 5350. And I am going to do the total of all of these, which is 3800 plus 15,600 minus 1200 and minus 5350, which I get is 12,850. 12,850. Now this is really very important that you do write cost of raw material consumed. Now this line in itself contains one mark. Cost of raw material consumed. This line contains one mark. Whether this figure is right or wrong, you must write this. Mostly it does carry the marks, the titles. So please remember to write this. After the cost of raw material consumed, we write direct costs. The examiner has already given you two direct costs. One is, you see, he has given direct factory expenses of 800. Direct expenses are for 800, and then he has given you the factory direct wages of 9350. 9350, we have factory direct wages. I'm going to do the totals of these two, and I get like 1 2 3 0 5 0 5 0 and 1. Okay, fine. And I'm going to add them, and by adding them, what I get is 23,000. This 23,000 is prime cost. Now once again I am going to mark 2 stars with this, that you must write prime cost whether your this figure is right or wrong. You must write prime cost. The title is very important. Then we write factory overheads. Factory overheads. And in factory overheads, what do we have is the all the other expenses. Now when I say all the other expenses, what do I get is rent. The rent given in the paper is 9,000, but there is adjustment to it. And what the adjustment is, he says that 60% of the rent is to be portioned to the factory and 40% to the office. So I won't be writing the whole 9,000 over here. I'll be writing just the relevant portion, that is 60%, and that amounts to 5,400. The next adjustment or the next value is of the factory indirect labor. Indirect labor. There are 2 costs given. One is the gross pay, which is 1880, and the other one is the social security contribution, which is 270. Now I would request that do not get into the nitty gritties of these, because the payroll is no more part of your syllabus. Only for this specific question you need to understand that you'll add both and write it over here. But now in the updated syllabus, payroll is not the part of your syllabus, so you need not to understand what is employer's contribution, what is employee's contribution, what is social security, and all these things. Now next is management salary. Factory management salary or the supervisor's salary. Now that figure is 14,550. After that, what we have power. About power, he has also given that rent and power is to be apportioned into the ratio of 60 and 40. The cost of power is 4,000, and I won't be writing the whole 4,000 because 60% of this only relates to the factory, which is 2,400. After mentioning the power, what we have depreciation of factory machinery, which he has already given. Depreciation, and it is 6,000. Now what I am going to do is I am going to do the totals of all of these. What I have is 5,400 plus 2,150 plus 14,550 plus 2,400 plus 6,000, and the answer I get is 30500. 30500. The total of which is 53,500. After this, the question doesn't end over here. We need to do adjustment of work in progress. Now what we do is we write opening inventory, and it is always added, and we write closing inventory, and it is always subtracted. And we are going to consider what is the impact, what is the net impact of this. The opening inventory of raw material is 7,000 and the closing inventory of raw material is minus 7,500. The net impact is minus 500. So I'm going to subtract this from this, and we have 53,000. This, my dear, this is cost of production. Cost of production. That's all with respect to non-profit, with respect to manufacturing accounts. Thank you.